I never believed in curses, not until the day I bought that mirror. It was a rainy Saturday in October, and I was browsing an old antique shop on the edge of town, the kind of place that smelled like dust, mothballs, and forgotten memories. The owner, a hunched woman with eyes too sharp for her age, barely looked up as I wandered the cluttered aisles. That's when I saw it, a tall, ornate mirror with a gilded frame.
Careful around this corner, lift it up.
Vines
we don't want to break the
faces
frame.
That almost looked alive. Victorian era, she muttered when I asked. Beautiful, isn't it? Only $50. I couldn't say no. It was stunning. I had it delivered to my apartment that afternoon and hung it in my bedroom, right across from my bed. The first night, I woke up around 3 a.m. with the feeling someone was watching me. The room was dark, but moonlight spilled through the curtains, lighting up the mirror. My reflection stared back, except something was off. My eyes looked wider, tired maybe. I blinked hard and went back to sleep. The second night, I noticed my reflection blinked a second after I did. I told myself it was exhaustion. I'd been working late shifts at the hospital, pulling doubles as a nurse. Stress does strange things to the mind. By the fourth night, I couldn't ignore it anymore. I stood in front of the mirror, brushing my teeth, and my reflection smiled, slowly, deliberately, while I didn't. I dropped the toothbrush, stumbled back, my heart slammed against my ribs. The smile faded as soon as I moved away. I covered the mirror with a sheet that night, but in the morning, the sheet was on the floor, and there were fingerprints on the glass, small child-sized ones that weren't mine. I called in sick to work, spent the day researching the mirror online. Nothing came up, no history, no previous owners. That evening, I decided to confront it. I pulled the sheet off and stared into the glass. My reflection stared back. Then it raised a hand and waved. I didn't wave. I backed away slowly, never turning my back on it. That night, I slept on the couch with every light on. At 3:17 a.m., I heard a soft whisper from the bedroom. "Come back. I'm lonely." The voice sounded like mine,
Let me out.
but younger. I haven't gone into that room since. The mirror is still there. Sometimes, late at night, I hear footsteps, soft ones, coming from inside the glass.
My grandmother died last spring. The only thing she left me in her will was her bedroom mirror. It had hung in her house for as long as I could remember. Tall, oval, with a silver frame tarnished black in places. She used to sit in front of it every evening, brushing her long white hair exactly 100 strokes. She said it kept her young. I thought it was sentimental. I hung it in my hallway. The first strange thing happened a week after I moved it in. I walked past it one morning, and in the reflection, I saw my grandmother sitting behind me on the chair that wasn't there. She was brushing her hair. I spun around, nothing, just empty hallway. I laughed it off. Grief, I told myself, missing her. But it kept happening, always in glimpses. Grandma in the mirror, smiling at me, waving.
He knows you're here.
Once she mouthed something I couldn't read. Then one night I woke up thirsty, padded down the hall for water. I passed the mirror and stopped dead. My grandmother was standing right behind my reflection. Her hands were on my reflection's shoulders.
Just like me, but
Her
it's
mouth
moving on
was
its
at its
own.
ear,
Get
whispering.
away from the mirror now.
My reflection was crying. I was not. I ran back to bed and didn't sleep. The next day, I called my mother. Did Grandma ever say anything weird about that mirror? A long pause. She said it showed her things, Mom finally answered. Things she didn't want to see. Said it kept her
Let me
company
in,
after Grandpa
darling.
died. We thought she was losing it.
Just want to brush
That
your
night, I
hair.
covered the mirror. At 2 a.m., I heard brushing. Slow, rhythmic strokes. 100 exactly. I pulled the blanket over my head.
We see you.
brushing stopped. Then a soft knock on my bedroom door. I didn't answer. The knock came again. Then my grandmother's voice, clear, close, from the other side of the door. "Let me in, darling. I just want to brush your hair." I haven't uncovered the mirror since, but sometimes when I pass the hallway, I feel cold fingers on the back of my neck, like someone is standing just behind me, waiting. I travel for work, a lot. I've stayed in hundreds of hotels, but I'll never forget room 412 at the Grand Meridian in Chicago. It was late when I checked in, past midnight. The clerk gave me a key card and a tired smile. The room was old-fashioned, heavy drapes, creaky floors, and a full-length mirror bolted to the wall beside the bathroom door. I didn't think much of it. I was exhausted. I showered, changed, and fell into bed. Around 3 a.m., I woke up needing the bathroom. Half asleep, I shuffled past the mirror and froze. There was a woman standing behind me in the reflection. Long, dark hair, pale skin, wearing a white dress. She was smiling. I whipped around. No one. Just me. Heart pounding, I went back to bed. Tried to laugh it off. Old building, trick of the light. But I couldn't sleep. An hour later, I got up again, this time to get water. As I passed the mirror, the woman was there again, closer this time. Her hand was raised, pressed against the inside of the glass, like she was trying to push through. I backed away slowly. She tilted her head, mouthed something. I couldn't read it. I grabbed my phone and turned on the flashlight,
I don't know how you stayed in
shining it
room
directly at the
412.
mirror.
Here is your
She
receipt. You
vanished.
must leave immediately.
I slept with the bathroom light
Move it,
on.
Alex. It's
In the
stuck
morning,
here,
I told the
beating
front
on
desk
us.
I was checking out early. The clerk looked at my room number and went pale. 412? She whispered. Yeah, why? She hesitated. That mirror. Guests complain. We've tried to remove it, but it's bolted in. Maintenance says the bolts won't budge,
I
like
need a
it's part
different
of the
room.
wall.
Lower floor,
I asked
please.
if anyone had ever
As far away from
died
the elevator
in
as
that room.
possible.
She wouldn't answer, just handed me my receipt and said,
412.
"Have a safe trip."
Get out.
I still travel for work,
12.
but I never book rooms above the 3rd floor anymore. And I always check for mirrors before I sleep.
It started as a joke. My friends and I were obsessed with those mirror challenge trends, taking selfies in creepy places, abandoned buildings, old houses. We found this run-down mansion outside town, boarded windows, overgrown yard, the perfect spot. We broke in through a side door. The house was trashed, furniture overturned, walls covered in graffiti. But upstairs, in what used to be a master bedroom, there was a huge mirror, floor to ceiling, framed in black wood, still intact. We set up our phones, took turns posing in front of it. I went last. I stood there, smiling for the camera. Flash. When I checked the photo, my smile looked wrong. Too wide, eyes too dark. I thought it was the lighting. We left laughing, posting the pics online. That night, I kept getting notifications, comments on my photo. Is that someone behind you? What's wrong with your face? I zoomed in. In the reflection, behind me, there was a figure. Tall, thin, no face, just shadow. But I'd been alone when I took the selfie. I deleted the photo. But the next morning, it was back in my camera roll, and the figure was closer. Every day I'd delete it. Every night it reappeared, closer. Until one morning I woke up to a new notification, a DM from an anonymous account. The message was just a photo, my selfie. But this time the figure wasn't behind me. It was standing where I had been, and I wasn't in the reflection at all. I threw my phone across the room. Haven't taken a mirror selfie since.
My daughter, Lily, started drawing the same thing every day. A little girl with long black hair standing in front of a mirror. The girl in the drawing was always smiling, but Lily never smiled when she drew it. She'd sit quietly at the kitchen table, crayons moving fast, and when I asked who it was, she'd say, "My friend in the mirror." We don't have a full-length mirror in the house. Not anymore.
Hello,
We used to,
Lily.
one in the hallway. But after Lily was born, we took it down because she kept staring at it, talking to it. When she was 2, she'd stand in front of it and wave, say, "Hi, Emma." There was never anyone there. We thought it was an imaginary friend, moved the mirror to the attic, forgot about it, until the drawings started. Every day, the same girl, the same mirror. One night, I heard
Sleep
Lily
tight,
giggling
Lily.
in her room. I went to check.
watching you.
She was sitting up in bed, staring at the wall, whispering. "Who are you talking to, sweetie?" She pointed at the blank wall. "Emma, she's showing me her room." I tucked her in, turned off the light, but as I closed the door, I heard her say, "She says you shouldn't have taken her mirror away." That night, I went into the attic. The mirror was uncovered, and in the glass, there was a little girl, long black hair, smiling. She raised her hand, waved, just like Lily used to. I covered it again, nailed a blanket over it, but every morning, Lily draws the same picture. And sometimes, late at night, I hear 2 voices giggling.
Look in the mirror.
One is Lily's,
We
the
are the
other
same.
isn't.
Come out
Subscribe
and
for
play
more
with your
chilling
new friends.
tales.